is fair in love and marriage. Discussing everything from A to Z, cause that's the way it's supposed to be, yeah. All is fair in love and marriage. We may agree to disagree, but in the end we know it's you and me, yeah.
Hi everybody!
What's going on?
It's us, the Newsomes.
And this is All is Fair in Love and Marriage podcast.
Episode 5. It's okay. We can laugh with our people. We can laugh with our listeners. We can laugh with our listeners. They can see how goofy I am, and then, you try to be.
You try to. I'm the funny one out of the group.
Yeah, this is episode 5 though.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe it? We can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
But you know what? It's just 5. We about to be like, we going places. I say that every episode.
Week, but that's I guess that's
where
our
going.
Proclamation. One of our proclamations.
It is one of our proclamations. What's the other proclamation?
Go ahead, you start it off. That's how it goes. You start it, I finish it.
That once we hit the stop button, we will go upstairs and be in love. We will go upstairs and be okay. Yeah, we gotta write it down because clearly
I told you.
You were supposed to write it down.
You said we didn't need to write it down.
No, you said we didn't need to write it down. Everything that is said here will stay here.
Yes, everything we say here will stay here. And once we stop recording, we will go upstairs in love and wonderful parents and wonderful lovers.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
That's all that matter.
That's good.
We good.
It's Christmas time.
It is Christmas time. Y'all see my tree.
Our Christmas tree. Our
in
Christmas
the poinsettias. The poinsettias. I know y'all don't see it on the podcast when you're listening, but
go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube.
Check
us out there. You'll be able to see all the visuals.
Yes. I'm excited about Christmas time.
I am too. This is my favorite season.
I love Christmas season.
Well, favorite holiday season, I'll say.
Yes.
It's not my favorite season.
We love autumn.
I love autumn. It's my birthday area.
Definitely Christmas time is phenomenal. I love it. It's just, although it can be very sad and depressing, because
yeah,
some of that music get me, man.
It's not the music that does it for me.
I be sad.
The music is a part of it. I like the mellow ones. I like the jovial ones. I like the different variances and the sounds of Christmas.
I like Christmas trap music, and that's it. Or Christmas Disney music, because the sad music, it makes you think about those that are not here with you.
But you say stuff be sad, and like the words don't even be sad.
Because they be playing devil chords.
They don't play devil chords. There's no such thing as a devil chord.
They play...
It's a whole tone.
Depressing chords. Look it up. It's real.
Depressing.
It's real.
It's not depressing.
It's just really sad. It just puts me... sometimes I think my mind goes to, those people who can't be here. Or even if you just think about the memories, you think about the memories that you can no longer do. And I remember, like, every Christmas after, my mom, we were done eating and opening all the gifts, we'd hop in the car and go to Grandma Maxine's house.
Yeah.
So we can't do that anymore.
I get it.
So that's definitely a little tug on the tear strings.
I get it, definitely. As you know, Christmas was my dad's
singing
jam.
Carols around the piano.
Like every Christmas Eve, his side of the family would come over with our side of the family, and we would just spend that together as family, and the whole family is musical.
Yeah.
So like we pull out instruments and we get to singing, and we'll be literally hours of just enjoying each other and enjoying music together.
You always try to get me to sing. I should have did it.
I mean, you can always do it now.
Not right now.
Cues track.
Christmastime. We'll sing carols around the piano and around the Christmas tree. Yeah.
Maybe my keyboard, because my piano is out of tune. There's a lot of money to get them things tuned.
We'll get there. But yeah, so I'm excited. I mean, we have 3 children now, so that's a hit on the pocket. Jesus.
Man,
but it is a blessing to be able to see the joy on our children's face when they open up their gifts on Christmas.
That's what it's all about.
And
definitely,
just smiling and being happy. And although we like to see them happy throughout the year, Christmas is
a little extra
magnifies.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm excited. So speaking of Christmas and the Christmas holiday, it's this show on Netflix that we watched together.
Which
Mr.
one?
Christmas.
Oh yeah,
That.
He does like the decoration. I don't know what the name of the show is, but yeah, he calls himself Mr. Christmas.
Mr. Christmas, something like that.
It's a pretty good show.
And it's really cool. And the episode that we watched together, it was about the mom who wanted to she was a little upset because she couldn't have Christmas at her house.
She was
and the other mother was a little upset too, you know, because they were so used to the tradition and hosting and everybody comes to my house and blah blah blah. So like, when is it okay for parents to understand, like, yo, we're married now, we're gonna start our own traditions?
I don't know if it's, again, I think it's just something that happens organically. Like, I don't know if it has to be where there's a conversation had, or...
You sure?
I don't know.
I feel like you do need to have a conversation.
Maybe.
Because if you don't, then it's always expected.
Did we have a conversation with my mom?
No, and that's why she went us in Texas on Christmas.
I mean, I think it was just more so because everybody is going. She would like for the family to be together, and she's got her new home.
We can't travel during COVID though. I'm.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just a little scared. But I think that I definitely think conversations need to be had, because even for my mom, she's like, you guys know I always do Christmas breakfast or Christmas Eve breakfast, but I'm leaving it in y'all hands. But, you know, like, we have our family, we have 3 children, and then Miracle has her family, they have 3 children. So it's like, do we really want to pull the kids from their toys and their joy of, you know, staying in Christmas pajamas all day?
I mean, for me, and I guess it just speaks to what you value more. Granted, I would love for them to be able to enjoy stuff like that, but I also value family. Right. And spending that time with them, those special occasions with them. I feel like the toys will be there when, you know.
But what family? That's the thing, like, and that's where it comes down to, because, you know, you come from a family. We all come from a family. That's how we got here. We come from a family, but we're building our own family.
Right.
So I feel like at this point, you know, we have our traditions that we try to implement, but when are we able to implement them? You know what I mean? Like, do we start to build our own traditions after our origin family is gone? You get what I mean? Because it's, and granted, like I said, I was raised after all the Christmas, you know, hoopla was died down a little bit. You know, we ate, we would go visit Grandma Maxine. You know, we wouldn't stay all day. We would go over, we would, you know, give our gifts, get our gifts from our grandmother. We would, like, mingle with the family a little bit, and then we would go back home. But a lot of families do things differently. Some families go to the movies on Christmas. Some families, some families go to the movies on Christmas because a lot of movies come out on Christmas. A lot of movies do come out Christmas. That's true. Some families, might do like ice skating thing. Like they just have their traditions, and I'm just like wondering, like when is it acceptable for a family that of us, like we're married, we've been married for a few years, we have 3 children now, all different ages. When do we start to build our traditions that we want to do on Christmas? Or is it always we're gonna go to mom's house, we're gonna go to other mom's house, and we're gonna
I don't know. I guess it will be up for discussion and planning. Like for me, like the traditions that I look forward to like building with our family would be like the stuff like leading, like entering into Christmas, like how we did like the sleepover in the living room.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like stuff where it's a nuance that is us and only us.
Right.
Like say we start baking cookies the day of Christmas Eve.
Right.
We spend Christmas Eve just doing that. Christmas Day, I mean, like I said, we wake up, we let the kids tear apart the house with with all the, the wrapping paper and stuff all over the place. They play with this stuff, but after a while, like, you go and you make your rounds.
I think it's the other way around for me. Because before Dad passed, we were there on Christmas Eve.
Right.
So Christmas Eve, I'm all for it. All right, Christmas Eve breakfast at my mama's house, Christmas Eve dinner at your mom's house. That night, the kids are worn out. They go home. They go to sleep. They take baths. They take showers. They put on their Christmas pajamas. They go to sleep. We put the gifts under the tree. Or Santa, whoever you tell your kids is doing it. We put the gifts under the tree. They're asleep. They're knocked out. So it gives us the opportunity to do that. And then Christmas Day, I'm just like, I always have been like, okay, Christmas Day, put your pajamas on. Like even when we went over to Grandma Maxine's house, we had on our pajamas still.
See that was never my childhood.
Yeah, it was like always just like that was like to me Christmas. If no other day, Christmas was always the day of like in the house, loving your family. You get what I mean? Like that's one of the, you always look to have, like Michaela's always asking, hey, can we watch a movie together? Or hey, can we do this together? And granted, we have like our other things that we have to do, other obligations.
Right.
But Christmas to me is the day that the world shuts down so that you can enjoy your family. You know what I mean? Like who's ever in the house. And I don't mind, come over, visit with the kids and, enjoy some of the cookies that we baked because I'm not making a big old dinner. Stuff like that. I just think that like Thanksgiving, like coming from Thanksgiving and the travels and, all of that, Christmas is the time to like, especially when you have kids, to give it all to the kids. You know what I mean? Because Christmas is more about, to me, more about their joys and just letting them tear up the house, like you said. I don't know.
Well, like I said, I guess it's just what each individual values.
Not individual. You can't do individual.
Yeah, but it is. It's two individuals bringing their own insight.
I guess it'd be difficult for us to do that because we both, I guess we view it, not view it, but
we do view it differently.
Not view it differently. I don't think we view it differently. I think it's like we both value the family time shared. I think it's more so which family time is, I guess, viewed or valued more or differently or whatever. Because like to me, I would, as opposed to making my rounds, say, hey mom, y'all come visit the kids, see what they got for Christmas, spend some time, you know, in their comfort, as opposed to picking them up and taking them away from, you know. That's how I look at it. Like, you know, yeah, I don't know. That's just me. Like, you come here instead of we go there.
I guess that's fine. That's fine. But I don't know.
Sometimes, and granted, we're gonna leave everything down here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Sometimes I keep smiling real hard because my teeth look really white.
You're so vain.
Fleshly, as they say.
Fleshy.
Sometimes I think that you often, or not often, sometimes put like the happiness of like your origin family before, or not necessarily before, but like you kind of consider theirs a little heavier than your created family. Ah, that's a good one. Origin family, created family.
I get what you're saying.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree though. I don't
know.
How so?
I think because I think that, and you come from this background because I've had conversations with your mom, and you know, I've seen things that kind of show me this, where children don't have much say. Like, their children, they will be okay. Because I remember once, back when, I think it was when I moved over to the Falls and she was going to camp with Dad. And I asked Michaela, I said, are you going to camp tomorrow? And your mom was like, oh my goodness, she get a choice? And I was like, well, yeah, for two reasons. I'm paying for it out of pocket. So if she don't want to go, I ain't got to pay for it, you know. Right. And then I just resigned from my job because I totaled my car, so I couldn't work. So I just resigned. So not only is my money limited now, but I'm not going to work.
Right.
And it's just, you know, at that moment, that was before we got married. So it was just me and her in the house. And it's like, okay, if she don't want to go, she ain't gotta go. Like, it's just me and her. If she get on my nerves, I'll send her to her room. I stay in the living room or whatever the case may be. Like, we can have our time apart. So, but when your mom was like, oh my goodness, like, kids don't get a choice. And I'm like, but they do. And I think that's where a lot of, like,
I think that was more so just from, like, at that point, like, summer camp was almost equivalent to, like, school. Like, it was something that was put in place to keep you on a regiment. That's how we always looked at it.
I guess I don't think that a lot of it's two parts: keep you on a schedule, as well as getting you out of my house. But it was like, yeah, it was more so like you asking her, like, she get a choice. I thought it was funny because it's like, well, yeah, like, I'm not gonna pay for it if she don't want to be there. You know, when we at home together,
I get that,
like, I'm just going.
I do.
So
definitely.
I noticed sometimes, not all the time. I don't think all the time that you're like that, because of course you got a soft spot for Courtney. But
I do.
I know. But sometimes I pick that up from you, as far as, like, you know, a lot of times kids don't have many options. And I don't always want to parent in that way. There are some things where I'll be like, and I found myself, why? Because I said so. Because I'm your mama and I said do it. But they're humans too. You know what I mean? Like, so regardless of how large of a human they are, or how long they've been on this earth, they have emotions, they have feelings, they have opinions. They have to learn how to share those opinions, but they have those things and they exist. So why not teach them at a younger age that it's valued? You know what I mean? Even if you just ask them, like, okay, so what do you think? you know, how do you feel about certain things? What would you, you know, this is their Christmas. So, like, even saying, how would you like to spend Christmas? Of course, Michaela's going to say, sleeping on the living room floor. My back can't handle that, you know?
Yeah.
But what are you about to say? Because I see you smirk.
No. I'm just trying to get this dry skin off my life.
Oh my gosh.
I know y'all see it.
No, they don't. I can't even see it.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. Kinda.
Yes, you can.
But yeah, so like I just think that giving them some type of say in how they spend their...
I think that it's important that they know that their opinion is valued.
Right.
Does it hold as much weight as the decision of the parent? No. I feel like if we make a decision and they don't agree with it, you explain to them why you made the decision, but unfortunately it's not going to line up with how you feel at this moment.
There are some cases of that, but I feel like, for instance, if all of the kids were at an age of decision making, which, according to New York State law,
here you go.
Okay, I won't go there. But typically, like even in courts, like speaking from like foster care, like a lot of children they're given some type of voice in what parent they want to live with, or you know, if they're okay with this relative or whatever, between 10 and 12, and that depends on their maturity as well. But like, if all of our children were around, you know, the age of opinion, and all three of them vocalize, no, daddy, mommy, we want to do this for the holidays instead of this, and your origin family is like, no, we want to do this, would you say, well,
I'll try to find the middle ground?
No, would you say, well, we get that y'all have an opinion, we value your opinion, we value your voice, but your parents decided to do it this way, so this is how you're gonna do it?
Well, no, I wouldn't do that. Like I said, I would try to find the middle ground.
Yeah.
Because I get that that's what you want to do, but I also want to instill certain values into you.
But what are those values that you're instilling? Like, what would those values be? Like, family time?
Family, yeah. Outside of just your core, you know, your core family, like being close with your cousins and stuff that you don't get to see all the time. Getting close to, because like for my family, a lot of them do live out of the area, and they only come around the holidays and such, or if there's a death in the family, God forbid.
Yeah.
So they don't get that exposure to them. So when we have that opportunity, of course, I'm absolutely gonna fight for that.
I understand. I think Christmas Eve is the best day to do that. I really do. Just because, like I said, I'm just really like, for me personally, I am beat after opening up toys and putting toys together and picking up the gift wrapping and making Christmas breakfast. I am torn up. I would love to just kick my feet up with a cup of coffee or tea or hot chocolate, watch a Christmas movie, and just be at home with my kids. As opposed to saying, all right, everybody, go get in the shower. We got to get dressed. We got to do this. You know, it is hell
it's work.
All three kids.
It's work.
And I say all three.
I'm not going to lie. It's work.
Getting them out the house and like trying to, you know, even on Thanksgiving, we was scrambling and trying to figure things out. Left a piping hot meal at the house. I mean, cheese still bubbling on the mac and cheese, and you know, trying to get everybody together to go travel and do rounds, and came home and, you know, had to heat up our food. And like, to me, I feel like in certain moments I do want to be selfish, you know what I mean? Like, not selfish as far as forget everybody else, but selfish as I want to enjoy my kids this day. Because on a normal day, my phone is ringing off the hook, I got emails to answer. I got Zoom calls to get on. You know, Michaela got to do school. So, like, I'm like, okay, on this day, I want to shut out the world and give my sole attention to my kids, because I'm not able to do that on a normal day-to-day life, you know, day-to-day basis.
I get that too. I get that.
So it just, I mean, that's just me. I think, like, let's plan around Christmas Day. You know, Christmas Eve, I don't care.
Well, this season you're actually going to get that opportunity, because we don't got nowhere to go.
Well, Christmas Day we never really went anywhere.
We usually did dinner at my mom's house.
That was Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve we did it with my dad's side of the family. Then Christmas Day it was us, just us.
Oh. I don't remember that. I feel like that was Christmas Eve.
Nope. It was Christmas Eve with, again, my dad's side of the family. Like,
oh, so we was over your mom's house twice.
Mm-hmm.
Just stealing all our time. No, just saying.
But this Christmas, everybody's gonna be traveling, so we don't got nowhere to go.
Amidst the governmental recommendations.
Oh yeah, you know, but
you see, he just took a shot at me because
I didn't take no shot.
He wants us to travel to Texas.
I would have loved to have gone to Texas, but I understand the reasons why we're not going.
There are like 5 reasons.
I get it.
Man,
I'm all right.
We'll come back to that December 26th if he's all right.
I'm straight.
Actually, that week we'll talk about it. Okay, but he says he's good, so
in the moment,
you know,
I'm good.
So like that actually that ties into, you know, what I did want to talk about as far as like sharing family time and tension and stuff like that. So how do you handle that? Like, do you, like you said, you'll try to find a middle ground? Mm-hmm. How does that look? Because there is really no middle ground when it comes to sharing family time.
I mean, there is, but like where they might expect you to be over there all day. Mm-hmm. We're not going to be over there all day. We're going to come over. We'll be over here for dinner for a couple of hours. Mm-hmm. And we're going back home. But we wanted to come over here and share some time with y'all. I think that's fair.
That's understood. That's all that's fair in love and marriage. That is, I mean, like I said, it's just, you know, as you grow older, you learn more values and you kind of learn to how to divvy it up, I guess, or, you know, how to compromise and make things work. And I think that's, you know, that comes with time. Mm-hmm. But like I said, for me, it's just more so, when do we begin to build our traditions that may not include the traditions that we are used to, because things change and situations change for, you know, for everybody. And right. Like I said, like we have so many daggone kids. I'm just kidding. We have 3 children, so it's like, what do we do? Do we host dinner here, you know, and invite people over and give that the opportunity? That might be the option too. You know, like how do we figure things out? But that
would be a middle ground.
That would be a middle ground. But
would you want all that pressure on?
But that's what I was about to say. I can't just go kicking folk out. All right, y'all ate. Have a nice day. Bye. I can't do that. So, you know, that is one of the reasons why I'm like, okay, well, let's go and spend time. But, you know, when it comes down to it, like, for instance, for Thanksgiving, like, we had runs to make. Mm-hmm. And although dinner was supposed to be at 3:30, right, it was not. So, like, in those instances, I had to be, you know, and I was like, when we were rushed, like, Kevin and Miracle, like, y'all, well, not even Kevin. Miracle was like, Dereka, you supposed to be here. And I'm like, I know, I'm coming. But I had to say, okay, Court hasn't seen his family his mother doesn't live here, so I'm gonna be as patient as I can be, to just, be that doting wife, as much as I can be. Carter didn't allow that because he was a wreck, but even still, like in those moments, I try to be as patient as as possible. But then when it comes down to it, like for instance, if they were here on Christmas, and you're like, all right, we'll come over, for a few hours, and then those few hours do not be a few hours, it ends up being a whole day. Like, how do you say, all right, we gotta go?
If we have other plans, we have, just like we left. I told them we had to leave on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but what if dinner wasn't ready? Would you have waited until dinner was ready to leave?
I would have made a plate.
No. What I'm saying, what if dinner was not ready?
Oh, well, no. I mean, I wasn't really going for the food. We had food at home.
You was going for your mother food because we had a conversation last week.
Seriously.
Where you said that
her turkey wasn't good. I don't like turkey. I'm not biased at all.
She didn't make the turkey. Kim.
Well, Kim, unfortunately. No, it might have been good. I just don't like turkey. I don't care for turkey.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, so I just wonder, like, and I don't know. I'm more, I guess, because like with me, I'm a little more shoot from the hip. Not you have your moments where you can be a little mean.
Sharp.
And I do too.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like for me, with my family, it's just, and I don't know, maybe it's selfish on all of our part. We've like, the address is what we address. You get it?
I get what you're saying. I see what you did there.
So like, yeah, so like for us, it's like 244 is it. We make sure 244 is good, but I guess it shouldn't always be that
like
way.
for me, and it might change later on, but like for me, I don't really like my grandparents driving all the way over here.
That's different.
I don't like it.
I'm not talking about your grandparents. They
I know,
80.
but they're a part of it. Because if we decide we're not gonna come over there, but we want to see y'all on Christmas or whatnot, we want the kids to be able to see you, I don't expect for them to come over here.
Right.
I don't.
No, I get that.
And once they transition to be with the Lord,
Maybe I'm biased because, or I'm not gonna say maybe I'm biased. Maybe I have a different view because my grandmother isn't here. Because I'm sure possible. That if she was still here,
you wasn't missing Thanksgiving at your grandmother's house.
Huh?
You weren't missing a Thanksgiving at your grandmother's house, no matter what other plans were in place.
Well, because for Thanksgiving, your mother was never here.
That's true.
She was always gone. This was the first year, like you said. This is the first year that
I feel like when we were.
Nope. Dad didn't go to Maryland one year, and he came to our house.
That's right. That's true.
But for Thanksgiving,
that's true.
It was always
very correct.
With Grandma and her Pittsburgh Steelers t-shirt that she
yellow
wore
t-shirt
every year.
She meant that t-shirt, okay?
Every year.
She meant every fiber of that t-shirt.
So we were always there because it was thankfully convenient because we didn't have the back and forth. Christmas we did pretty good, because we would do Christmas Eve at my mom's. I guess Christmas Eve at your mom's too. And then Christmas Day at home until the end of time. And then we went to your mom's. I really don't remember that. I don't recall going over there twice.
Yep, because it was one year you made the red velvet waffles, I think it was. It was on a waffle machine, the waffle maker.
At your mom's?
No, you did it for breakfast. Mm-hmm. And then initially we were saying that we weren't going to go over. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know what changed, but you decided that you wanted to go.
Did you have a stank attitude? That might have changed it.
I don't recall. I don't know. I might have.
You have so many stank attitudes you can't even remember. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You think so?
You know, and because that's a good segue. Your stink attitude pushes your beliefs onto other people.
You trying it.
No, that was a really good way to show how people try to, manipulate you into their traditions, their beliefs, what they, their opinions. And that goes for everything. Like when we first started dating, and I think it might have been after we got married, your mom pushed onto me that we wasn't really in love if I didn't let you come in the bathroom when I was in the bathroom. And I was like, well, I don't know how you was raised, but I like my personal time.
That's funny.
Ever since then, I don't know if I can recall a time in the bathroom by myself.
That's not true.
It might not be you.
I was about to say, I don't come in there and bother you unless I need to. Or unless you call
but
me.
No. In the beginning, okay, so when we lived in the Falls, the bathroom, it had a very long sink. Like the sink was super, super long. And Court would just come in while I'm in the bathroom and sit on the sink and just have a conversation. Sir, I'll be out in a couple minutes. Like, we don't have to.
I missed you.
We don't have to talk from the bathroom to the living room.
I don't like barriers between us.
Oh,
I
my
like
goodness.
to be close.
Don't pull me. This chair go down.
Close to my baby.
So, like, I was like, okay. And it was just like...
I need some little tiny light bulbs or something for that tree.
Those moments. Yeah, those moments, those things are like, what? Like, so I have to... It was just like small things like that. Or eat these gizzards and rice. Eat them. Try them.
Ain't nobody make you.
Y'all definitely made me eat them gizzards and rice.
I just said try them. You might like them.
What?
You was no. My thing was you were so against it.
Oh,
you didn't even taste them. I'm like, well, just try. It's
chicken gizzard.
Okay.
I don't want to eat the organs of any animal. No liver.
I'm eating liver.
No tongue.
I love liver.
Except, you know what? When I do go to the Italian festival, I do try new stuff. New things. And
stomachs.
I did try some tripe.
Mm-hmm.
That was it, though. I think.
Did you like it?
Nah. It wasn't really... Mm-mm. It was
that's one
nasty,
thing
but
I don't think I've ever had it.
Well, try it. Try it.
I will try it.
Try it.
I will try it.
You are.
You're so mad.
But when we push that, I'll be happy. Maybe. And if I'm not, I'm going to stay down here until I get back to that place of happiness. But even with, so beyond family normalities and food, even in society, the LGBTQ community,
they be real strong.
They're strong, and I can't say I get it.
Me, y'all.
Wait a minute, I'm not done. I'm going down a list. The LGBTQ community pushes accept us, but they won't, or not even accept us, because we accept, I do. I accept.
I have no issues with them whatsoever.
No, at all. But then when, we are not okay to have our own views. As long as we're not, banishing you to hell. I get it. But if we choose not to watch a show because there's so much, different exposure. If we choose not to, we're wrong, or you know what I mean. But why is that?
Why is my love any different than yours?
Right, and I'm not saying that that's the case, but
I'm not saying it's different. But
personally,
it's just not my preference.
Me personally, I don't like to watch a lot of sex scenes on TV. I'm just
she gets uncomfortable.
I get really uncomfortable when it's
sex.
excessive
sex
on the TV. Because I'm saved.
I'm saved too.
Oh,
you know who else was saved? King Solomon.
Was he?
Yes, he was. Well, he wasn't saved because Jesus hadn't come yet, but he was in right standing with God.
And then, like, the black community as well.
To talk about sex.
And that's actually a bigger issue for me.
What?
Because the black community does not do this only to the outsiders, like those, white, Asians, Hispanic. They do it to their own. So, like, I was scrolling on Facebook and I had seen some stuff. Scrolling Instagram, you see woke stuff all the time. If you are not as woke as the next person, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Or like, if you don't stand, like we were talking about last week, with Black Lives Matter and things like that. If you don't push the envelope as hard as the next person does it, you're wrong. And I'm like, okay, but my view may not be your view. Like, why is it that the black community, they want you to be like just as hard as them? And I'm like, why is that? Please, people, help us. Comment, DM, email, smoke, sing, out here. Let me know.
If you ain't woke, you dumb.
Right. And it's
and you don't have no true wisdom or insight on anything.
Right.
That annoys me.
That bothers me so much, and it's like
I've had different conversations with different cats, and I'm like, yo, just shut up. you talking in circles, and you just picked up a book last week, and now you're trying to tell me what I don't know.
Right.
What?
And you waver, and you
watch a couple of YouTube videos, and you got all knowledge. Your third eye is open.
And it's just, and it makes me so. It honestly, it makes me upset because it's like, why is it that I have to think the same way as you? What makes you say that your thought process or your perception is 100% correct? And a lot of people may say this even for Christians, where we push, our beliefs so hard. And granted, we do, but I'm not going to beat you up because you may not believe the way I do.
I've had some of the best conversations with growing up. One of my closest friends who was a Muslim, and he lived right next door to us, and we were like the closest of friends at one point. And he knew my walk. I was a Bible toting at that point in time. I was out here pushing Jesus for real, and he don't
do that no more.
Listen. I just changed my ways of doing so. I've gotten a lot wiser. But no, like some of our best dialogue was over the differences between Islam and Christianity, and if you sit down and you just have a little bit of conversation, you'll see a lot of parallels. You see a lot of stuff that goes hand in hand. And if you do your history and research, there is a lot of ties to both of the religions.
Yeah.
One was one of the children of Ishmael, one of the children of Isaac. So they do have a lot of parallels, but I just had to share with them, like, y'all believe Jesus was here, and y'all believe he was a prophet, but I know him to be the Son of God. Yeah. I have a relationship with him to where I can pray to him, and I've heard his voice. I felt his comfort. I felt his care.
Right.
I don't know many that can say they had the same experience with Allah. Yeah. Or that Muhammad came and spoke to them.
Yeah, it is. That's the biggest thing that you gotta be able to, and I think that's how we're able to have this podcast, because you're able to have conversations. And it may come from different perceptions. It may, come from different beliefs and backgrounds, but you're able to open up your mind enough to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Not to say, all right, I'm telling you this conversation because I want to change your mind. Because if you go in with, I'm about to change this person's mind, I'm about to change it,
Wrong words.
That's the wrong approach. And that's like, you know, like even with Christianity, like the woke population, they say, you guys are still slaves. And I'm like, what? Like, let me believe what I want to believe. Like, at the end of the day, let me believe what I want to believe.
But even deeper than that, the different rifts between one set of Christians and another set of Christians.
Oh my goodness, I was going to go there too. Yo, it's some Christians out here that will banish you to hell. I'm going to hell. Wanna know why? Because I got on red lipstick. What? I got red hair. What? These earrings is huge. I'm going, like, it's
Jezebel.
Right? I'm a Jezebel.
You are a woman of the night.
A little Jezebel. I'm a day walker.
Day walker.
Like, for real, like, that's probably and then again, it comes within. And it's like, why are you attacking? We believe in the same God. We believe that Jesus died and rose, but you're attacking me because I still pay tithes and you think that is Old Testament stuff. Like,
we also
what?
believe in Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Amen. So, like, Pastor and First Lady don't, you know, I love y'all. I don't know. Gotta wash my brain a little bit. I don't know. We all believe in the same God. Jesus died and rose. Okay, and he's coming again.
Amen.
We believe that.
I do believe that.
And then, like, there's some Christians that will dog you and, like, cast you to hell because of the way a piece of clothing or the way you choose to believe the Bible. Or, you know, if you want to live for the whole Bible and they say you're only supposed to be living in the New Testament. What? Like, what? Come on. Like, y'all focused on, like, that small detail, but we're all serving the same God.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. It really just comes down to when you're having these conversations, allow yourself to be enlightened.
Right.
You know,
right.
not to say that I'm going to allow you to change my mind.
Right.
But maybe my scope of thinking is pretty closed in. And just having this conversation and this little banter back and forth allows me to be like, okay, maybe I can view it from this point, just to open up my thinking just a little bit, you know?
Right.
Not to say that I'm going over the fence.
Right.
Because I still have my standards and my foundational beliefs.
Oh, that's a nice way to look at
it. If something that you're saying still aligns with my foundational beliefs, why not?
Right. Exactly. Because whether or not me personally, believe Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, triune, or like all one, or whatever the case may be.
Jesus.
One God, one Father. You know, whatever. Leave me alone. Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's all right, sweetie.
But like, whether or not we all are serving the same God, our goal is kingdom minded. It should be. We're all trying to get to heaven. Yeah. So at the end of the day, if I can show you Bible verses to prove you wrong, and you can show me Bible verses to prove me wrong, we read the same Bible. Just shut up and go.
And maybe that's just there to show you that you need to go and do some more studying on both parts.
Oh, okay. On both parts. So like, even like with like opening your perception a little more, like even with like Black Lives Matter and, you know, just like this racist fight that we're fighting. Like when I scroll on social media and I see different things shared. I seen something shared yesterday, I think, or like the day before yesterday. And I don't even want to speak to it because I can't remember his name. But he was killed by police officers because of mental health.
I didn't even hear about this one.
And this is not recent. It's not recent. It was just a share on Nas's Instagram. I was on Nas's Instagram. I know, crazy, right? Just
No,
random.
not
Listen,
crazy.
my mind is a domino effect, and
Not
when
crazy.
it, but I was on his Instagram and I seen it, and it tugged on my heart because I have a heart for people. That's just who I am naturally. I have a heart for people, and I have a bigger heart for individuals with mental health issues, because they don't always have the voice that they need to have, and they don't always have people that advocate for them.
Right.
So like when I seen this, it just like, oh my goodness. But then it made me wonder, like, do I need to be a little Black Power? And I am Black Power. Trust me.
Are you?
Trust me. I am.
I trust you.
But like I'm not as hard as some other people are, and it, when I see things, it makes me want to go a little harder. But then I'm like, okay, Jesus is love. And somebody said, a friend of mine told me that was very it read, what did I say? Deaf? No. Tone deaf.
Yeah.
But it's really not. Like when you say love conquers all, Jesus, like I can't see myself hating another race because they hate me.
There shouldn't be any hate involved at all.
And I feel like a lot of this is undertoned in hate. Like, I don't want to wake up every day and be an angry Black woman. I don't. I want to wake up
I don't want that for you either.
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. And
I don't want no parts of that.
I just don't. And I'm like, okay, well, how can I find a balance? And I'm trying to find a balance, and with growth and with more conversation and with more perception widening, I will. I haven't yet, but I mean, I'm not saying I'm still in the box that I was in. I was whitewashed back in the day. Even though I'm from the hood. It's crazy. But I'm learning. I'm trying. But I'm not there yet.
I mean, it's a slippery slope. A slippery slope.
Okay.
No, like wanting to, again, be an advocate for the Black voice and the Black population, but again, not operating in hate, because as Christians, we're not supposed to. Right. And we always want to push Jesus as our primary agenda. So that's not just in words, but in the way we exhibit our lives. So if something that we're doing to push for the Black population doesn't align with our Christian beliefs and our Christian walk, we can't do it. Right.
It's so
we
hard.
We can't.
It's difficult of, like the toss up. Again, I cannot remember. Maybe I should Google it real quick, but there was someone, it was a murder. It was, oh my gosh, I can't remember. And the brother was in the jury, in the courthouse, in the courtroom, and he told the killer, "I forgive you." Dang it. And it was huge. And like everybody was in an uproar. I remember that. And it's like, but we're supposed to forgive. Yeah. No matter how hard it is, we're supposed to forgive. I'm going to look it up.
They're exhibiting the life in the message of Jesus.
Yeah,
and people from the outside don't see that. It's an opportunity for that soul to be won because of the fact that they were offered a level of grace that normally shouldn't be extended. But because we live a life that reflects Jesus, the same grace that he extends to us, we want to extend to you.
Right.
Though you did me wrong, you still deserve the same grace that's offered to me because I'm undeserving too.
So, here it is. Brant Jean was the brother. Yeah. So it was his brother was in his apartment. The lady went into the wrong apartment and shot and killed him. Right. I think she was a police officer. She was off duty. She just got off, and she was going home. But she went into the wrong apartment and she shot and killed him. And the brother forgave her in the courtroom, and hugged her. And it was crazy.
Yeah, the people went nuts.
And it wasn't just the people, it was also, people of God. And it's like, okay, I get it. Yes, we're black, but we're also children of God. And we're like, it's a tug, because the natural person wants to, side with what you're supposed, society tells you you're supposed to side with. But then, what the Bible says to side with, you're like, well, I can't do that because it's against all moral code or whatever. But we're supposed to forgive, and we're supposed to love, and we're supposed to, and that's, I think that's one of the reasons why I have such a hard time, going as hard as I do, because society can paint a different picture.
Absolutely.
Social media can paint a whole new picture. And I would hate to get on there like, give him the death penalty. And then come to find out, oh, I was wrong.
Yep. And then you gotta retract everything you said, and you look dumb.
Right.
You look dumb.
So I just I don't know, I'm trying to find that medium, and I'm sure that every day will grow and grow some more. But right now, I'm still learning.
We all are.
Yes, we are. Different topic. And I probably could have brought this up before, but there was a debate on Facebook, and I know you've seen it.
Which one?
And I don't even know why this is a debate, because to me, it's like a duh, of course. Should a spouse defend their spouse to their origin family?
Of course.
How do you do it?
I mean, it's situational. I don't know,
just do it.
It's very open. That's very open-ended. There are different situations. There might be some situations where both parties might have been at the wrong or in the wrong. I'm never going to embarrass my spouse though in front of my family.
Right.
I'll check my family in the moment. Let them know, hey, you're not about to come for my wife. It's not about to happen.
Period.
But when we get in private, I'm like, you could have prevented this as well. You played a part in it too.
Don't check me.
I'm checking you. If you're wrong, I'm gonna check you, and I would hope that you would do the same with me.
No, yeah, absolutely.
I hope that you would. At the end of the day, you're my wife. You're my number one priority. Granted, they still hold stock in my heart as well.
Right.
So both parties have this level of respect that needs to be maintained on both ends.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you're the one that I made the vow to. You're the one that I'm going to ride for.
And that's what the Bible says.
And that's what the Bible says.
For the husband to leave
his mother and his father and cleave unto his wife.
So what about the wife? Does she supposed to leave?
She didn't have, biblically, she didn't have no rights to in no way.
Oh, I was just out here living, huh?
You were property. I'm just saying.
Me.
I got the papers.
Wow. I need to rethink this whole marriage thing.
But we submit one to another.
I think we should just...
We are one flesh.
Divorce and just live together.
I'm not living with you outside of marriage. I'm saved.
Are you now?
Yes, I am.
What's in that cup? I'm just playing.
Tea. Sweet. It's super sweet, by the way. I put a peppermint stick in my candy cane tea. And that thing melted all the way down.
Because it was a soft peppermint stick.
Touche.
So, even after marriage, right? Okay. Since we're on the topic of marriage again. You know how they say you date after marriage? Mm-hmm. You should, still romance your husband or wife. What about, keeping yourself together?
It's necessary.
Absolutely necessary? Or it's...
yeah.
It's okay. So, walking around the house... you know how when you date, you don't want your boo to like hear you farting.
You be tearing them up.
You be tearing them up.
I know I do. I'm not. I don't got no shame in my game. It's gotta come out. It's gotta come out.
I do not tear them out. If I can, I will go to the bathroom.
It'd be times.
You better shut up.
You be letting out them silent killers, some silent but deadly.
And that's okay.
Is it?
I don't know.
No, I mean it ain't nothing that's gonna make me leave you.
I know, but is it something that's gonna make you look at me different?
Oh, you're a human. If you didn't do it, I would be a little bit worried.
But
who are you trying to put on airs for? I'm the person that you're supposed to be the most transparent with.
Yeah, but not like digging all in my nose and scratching under my arm.
If it's something in there, as long as you got a piece of tissue, you go wash your hands.
No, that's
have at
disgusting.
it. Get it done.
No.
I'm the type of person, if you got a booger, I'm gonna go get it.
And I know that. And you used to try to do that, and I was smacking your hand out. Don't go digging in my nose.
Listen, I'd rather.
Oh my god.
I'm cut from a different cloth.
I know. Don't I know? Your mom used to tell me.
Listen.
Let him in the bathroom with you while you pooping. No. That's nasty. Let me have my moment. I don't want you to see what's coming out. Nobody needs to see that when I wipe.
I'm not gonna be there while you wipe. But
so nasty.
I don't be in the bathroom with you no more. I respect your privacies.
We were just talking in the bathroom yesterday.
Because you caught me in there.
No, I didn't. I didn't call you in there. You was coming to get Courtney out the bathroom.
Oh, well, that's different.
Anyway, but no, like, I don't know. I think there are some things that you still gotta keep up. Like, whatever your level of attract, and I think it's personal. I think it's like each individual, whatever my level of attractiveness is in my mind, I feel like I still need to put that on for you.
Exactly, and that's why I'm about to. I wanted to get in the gym. I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna find some equipment on Facebook or something. Cause I got this weight on me, and I don't like it.
But don't get down to the wedding.
I don't want to be that skinny, but I don't want to be this fat either.
You're not fat.
I am fat, but that's neither here nor there. Cause I still love myself.
I love it.
But I got some weight on me. I don't like it. My shirts don't fit well. I gotta buy new clothes all the time. I just bought this today.
I know.
I bought this today. I needed some red and the stuff. I was planning on putting a denim jacket on, but I didn't feel like go back upstairs.
That's not red.
It is red.
That is not red.
It is red. It's red. It's a shade of red. It's not like.
What color is my hair?
It's not that color. It's not the same color.
Look at that.
It's not the same.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Anyway, but yeah, like the level of attractiveness internally, I think is because like, especially with this COVID, like it done shut stuff down. I don't have to get up and get dressed every day for work. I used to get up and put a face on every day almost. Like there were days that I'd be like, okay, I don't feel like it today. And that was like twice a year. But I don't have to do that anymore. So sometimes I'm walking around the house in like sweats and a t-shirt. T-shirt might got a hole in it. Socks all mismatching, ashy. Okay? And I'm like, yo, I don't look like nobody's wife.
Yeah.
And then you be walking around here ashy too sometime. And
I do. if I get out the shower and I don't got nowhere to be.
I know, and that's
so much energy to lose. I got long arms and legs. It's a lot of energy.
That's why I like to use oil because it's easier to just
I'm gonna got time.
slather and go.
I'll lotion up the exposed places.
Right.
We out here.
But I wonder, like, do other married, and I'm sure other married couples think of that. You know, granted, there are times where, sure, let your hair down. Let yourself go, not go, but be comfortable and be, lounge around. But like,
undo your girdle.
I don't want to be walking, because there's been times I'd be like, shaker.
I'm like, what is that?
the Velcro, because listen, you can't breathe in that thing. But like, it's times where I wonder, and it's not insecurity, but you know, if I'm walking around the house all the time looking like Aunt Jemima, who did it and why? That's the only thing I could think of. Harriet Tubman. If I'm looking jacked up,
why they gotta be slaves?
Cause that's what I be looking like sometimes. Aunt Jemima wasn't a slave though.
Well, she was close enough
Kinda,
to it.
yeah.
She looked like it on the bottom.
Valid point. She not on the bottom no more.
I know.
It's crazy. But if I'm walking around here looking like that all the time, and my husband is scrolling on Instagram and looking at, or not looking at, but see all these Instagram models or whatever the case may be, I'm like, how many times does he have to see that before he like, yo, what do I have at home? I mean, granted, I know she pretty, but I ain't seen it in a long time. she could fix up. She sure clean up nice, but she ain't cleaned up in a minute. Like when, you know what I mean? Like,
I've never gotten to that point.
Good.
I've never gotten to that point.
Anymore. You haven't gotten to that point anymore. Back in the day, babe.
Yeah.
You did. You was loving the Instagram models. Sure. But look at me now. I still got them.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, do you think that it has to be some level to keeping yourself together?
Yeah, no. There definitely is some level. Like, I'm sure there's been times where I haven't looked the best to you.
No, it's just your flirting.
That's not gonna stop.
Make them quieter. Like,
oh, because there's a volume level I can plug stuff into and manage and mix.
You see Newsome music, make it happen. I'm just playing. I'm
I'm making them louder.
I'd be like,
turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
I'd be like, ooh, I'm gonna get his some tonight, and then he go in the bathroom, use the bathroom, like, and I'm like,
we ain't gonna talk about you.
No.
We ain't gonna talk about you in there.
All right, so this has been an amazing. Whatever. You is lying. He is lying. He's lying.
Yeah, alright.
You're lying. You're lying. Anyway.
Mommy, you making poop too?
That's why I gotta start locking the door. Oh my gosh, it's the worst.
The kids gonna tell on you.
Good job, Mommy.
Good job, Mommy. You made poop too.
Oh my goodness.
Good job, Mommy.
Oh Lord. Well, you know what, guys? It's been real. It's been fun talking to y'all today.
This is a fun
one. And we thank you guys for rocking with us.
Yes.
Stick with us because we're going places. We're going
places. We are. But we already said that.
It's okay to say it again.
Okay. Well, we're going to say it again.
No,
Stick with us. Stick with me. Stick with me. I'm going places.
You're not going anywhere.
If I'm going
We're
places,
going places.
You going places. So if you do the math, we going places.
As always, like, share,
subscribe,
comment, subscribe,
turn on your notifications.
All of that. All of that.
And we thank you for all the love and support that you've shown thus far.
Yes.
Keep it going.
Until next time.
This is All Is Fair in Love and Marriage podcast.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Bye.